Harrison Ford movie that didn't make a lot of sense. I think you're talking about,
Why is this so?
and correct me if I'm wrong, Indiana Jones 4, The Crystal Skull. Blade Runner makes perfect sense. Very close to the English Joey voice. Ah.
What a waste.
I guess that's true. If you saw the original theatrical run, and you weren't paying attention while watching it, alright, well, that falls squarely on you, Creed. That's your fault. For anyone that hasn't seen Blade Runner 2040... Oh god, what was the title? Cyberpunk 2077 has ruined numbers in my brain now. Blade Runner 2077. Very good movie. You've never seen either. They're both very good. Both financial failures at the time of release, but incredible movies. Oh, you got me, son. I'm a Sawa senpai. 2049? That's probably one. Ah, you're Kitana Masawa Sensei's grandchild, right? Blade Runner 2049 was the new one, yes, and that movie's great. I love it. Ryan Gosling.
It's a
super
pleasure.
hot. Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Kyoko Amasawa. Tom, I want you to know that the second she said her name out loud as Kyoko Amasawa there, my brain snapped for a second. I was like, I get a point! But we're not watching anime right now. I'm playing a fucking video game, and I don't get a point. God damn it. For those that don't know, every anime season starts, and me and True Axiom will choose a common anime name to see if we can guess a common name for that season, and we get points based on it. This season I chose Kyoko. I have 0 points so far. It's been a bad season for getting points. I also get bonus points if they say my name, Chris. That's usually where I get my fucking points. Shimada, Mikio Shimada, my son's told me all about you. Thanks for being such a good senpai to him. I must say, I'm surprised seeing you for the first time. You definitely have Amasawa blood in you. You're like a heroine ripped straight from his old novels. I can already tell you're not just a nice face. Smart as a whip too, ain't you?
Huh?
Yeah, you got your point, you bastard. Kurisu. How's it going, Gomper? Oh, really? Come on, Dad, cut it out. Oh, my apologies. And who's this with you?
Yagami.
I'm Takayuki Yagami, outside counselor for the Mystery Research Club. I'm primarily a detective in Kamurocho. I never got the Ryan Gosling fawning. The man is adorable. He's a Gosling. Original Blade Runner is the originator for a lot of sci-fi tropes. I guess for visual tropes, yes. Obviously, like, it was a... Yeah, Gosling's hot as fuck. Cork knows. It's an adaptation of a short story. So, like, a lot of those came from the books. But visual language, a lot came from Blade Runner, yes. Although it could be argued that Blade Runner borrowed a fair amount from an old black and white movie and an old anime called Metropolis. Both with the same name. Dude, he's in a band too. I didn't know that he was in a band. Oh, a genuine detective. They have a song, My Body is a Zombie for You. It's so good. I'll have to check that out. And if weird anime Richard III has all the characters, I'm gonna get 2 points. Jerk, yeah, you're probably gonna get a Tom or Thomas points in the War of the Roses anime this season. Ba, 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 da, ba. Now, Ryan Reynolds. I mean, he's also very attractive. Those are the two good Ryans. I think I posted in my channel and... Oh, I'll check it out. If it's background Halloween. In my channel, in Mud's Discord. The music channel's just for you. This is just getting better. Seasoned private eye trawling the seedy underbelly of the city. With his wonderkind teen sidekick. Man, I want to buy the whole series.
すみませんでした
Gomper's having a stroke, I think. Really sorry about my dad. Let's head inside, huh? It is my disco, and I asked Bun to make it for me. I guess that's true. That makes sense. It is yours. Quark's disco. So, for the mystery at hand, may we see the unlucky cat statue?
Here.
Ah, yes, of course, here. So, this is it. I brought it to a taping of that TV appraisal show a few days ago. They couldn't determine whether or not it belonged to Kitan Amasawa, though. Well, it turns out the real deal is supposed to be worth 2 million yen.
Huh?
What? 2 million yen?
Here.
I mean, considering its legacy, it's basically the holy grail to his fan base. But still, 2 million?
Amasawa.
Do you think you can tell if it's actually your grandfather's Amasawa? Please, please. During the stream is perfectly acceptable. Please, feel free to inspect it. In that case, allow me. Oh, this deep red stain.
No way.
Is that from when your grandfather... Oh, no. It's from when I splashed ketchup on him when I was little.
What?
Ketchup? Yeah, I'd been eating a hot dog in his study and got ketchup all over the room. Well, eating may not be accurate. More like swinging it around like a sword. I was really into this historical drama at the time. My grandfather and I watched it together.
Nah.
Oh, you're going for the imagery of my body as a zombie for you. I see. Dude. Sounds like you're quite a hellion as a
That
kid.
being said,
But the stain... I don't know if anything else could make it clear to me that this is my grandfather's statue. Ah, I knew it! We get millions for this? Seriously? Wow, talk about the score of a lifetime.
excuse me.
Sorry this question comes across a bit strange, sir, but may I ask... You just got the Beyond Chicken Nuggets from KFC? Pretty good, solid 7.5 out of 10? Yeah, Jimmy tried them the other day. Yesterday, in fact. Jimmy and Andrew were checking those out. I had to start the stream, so I was running late. Didn't have time to stop and try the nugs. But they both said they were pretty good. Does the statue ever make noise? Maybe like a meow? Huh? Does my cat statue meow? What makes you ask?
Well,
The thing is, on the night my grandfather died 7 years ago, I heard it. This cat, it meowed at me. It tastes more like chicken than McDonald's nuggets. But those are real! Those are real nuggets! Look at the camera and smile. Here, that's what you get. Amasawa, is this the supernatural phenomenon you referred to before?
yes.
Yes. Could you give us more details? Sorry, I know this must be hard. No, I understand. We have to do it for the case. This is the first time I've seen Amasawa like this. Not feeling it.
Amasawa.
You missed earlier when I was zooming in on my eyeballs. They're not any healthier than actual chicken nuggets. There's just no death involved. Like, if they taste just as good as chicken, I don't care. Like, I'll eat them. The chicken nuggets from Morningstar aren't bad. Oh, interesting. Like, to be clear, I understand you kill an animal. I understand that meat comes from animals that require the death of the animal and the butchery of the animal. I have no moral qualms to that. I do have moral qualms with, like, awful factory farm conditions and, like, really shitty lives for those chickens. I don't want them to unduly suffer right up until I get to eat them. So if, like, stuff like Beyond Chicken and replacement meat and lab-grown meat, I'm all for. 100% in on lab-grown meat. If we could make all meat lab-grown, that'd be awesome. But, yeah, mostly I'm like, yeah, if we could, like, reduce the strain on factory farming, that'd be great. That would mean less suffering in the lives of the animal that we are eating. Not to mention the environmental factor. Chicken farms tend to have a lot of runoff that's awful for the like water tables of the areas they are running. And of course, when it comes to cows and the methane released from there, like they produce a very significant amount of greenhouse gas. So stuff like lab-grown meats and like meat replacement stuff, all four just on an environmental front and like ethical front. I like to think the notion that an animal's entire life was meant to be my dinner is a complete surprise to them at the end, rather than the running theme. Yeah. That's my stance on it. You sure they're deep fried in the same oil? Likely. Pressure deep fried, in fact. So you're saying you definitely heard the meow of a cat on the night your grandfather died?
Yes.
Yes, I have no doubt. I believe it was around 1:30 in the morning. I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and passed by my grandfather's study. That was when I heard a meowing sound coming from the room. Did your grandfather have a pet cat or like maybe a stray outside the window?
No.
No, they didn't have any cats, and I definitely would have known if a stray had gotten in. With Rampo in the yard, no cats could have gotten by without him barking up a storm. And I distinctly remember the sound being loud enough to come from the room, not from outside the house. Yeah, just like how one day I'll be dinner for a rat. Not your running theme, more important to the rat than anything else. Exactly.
Seriously?
Creepy.
Well,
What's even creepier is I can remember my grandfather telling me more than once, when that cat cries, misfortune comes calling.
What was that?
What? I was given strict orders to never even approach the study if I even heard a cat meowing in there. That's why, once I heard the cat, I ran back to my room and hid, terrified. And the next day, my grandfather was... That must have been so hard. If I had just been brave enough to go in the room instead of running, I could have... Maybe I could have prevented my grandfather from dying.
Hey.
7 years ago, you were only about 11, right? Don't blame yourself for being scared. A truly artful detective can solve incidents before they ever occur. What if her grandfather's own incident has anything to do with Amasawa taking that saying so seriously?
Amasawa.
You said your grandfather's death was ruled an accident. Was there even a slight chance that it was actually a crime?
yes.
The police came and checked the scene, but they said they couldn't find anything suspicious. What was that? What was what? Besides, it happened in a locked room. Not only was the door to the study inaccessible, but the crescent locks on all the windows were still secure. A locked room death and a cursed statue. This is sounding more and more like one of Katana Amasawa's books. What's a crescent lock? Oh my god, right behind him there's a goddamn squirrel. They're the most common kind of window lock in homes. For a reason, they get the job done. I doubt the windows were a point of entry for anyone that night. Okay. Since the police didn't see any signs of a break-in or even a struggle, they really had no recourse but to rule the death an accident. So it's doubtful this was a burglary gone wrong. Afterwards, the unlucky cat creeped out the whole family enough that my grandmother pawned it off. Unsurprisingly, the family lost track of the statue after that, so I never expected to see it again like this. Was this girl the plot of Knives Out? Yeah. Bum 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 bum. Shimada-san, thank you for going out of your way to help us today. Oh no, it's my pleasure. Did you find any clues? Maybe in a lead now? Unfortunately, I'm not so sure. Look out! Saved your life, you owe me 2 million yen. That's how it works. What the? Oh, are you okay? I'm so sorry. I guess it wasn't secured all the way.
It can't be.
Oh, was that the unlucky cat?
Unbelievable.
No way. Dad, please. What's it gonna take for you to get rid of that statue? Hehe. Even I'm starting to get freaked out by this. My god, look at that T-Rex. Well, we should get home. Thanks again for today.
Excuse me.
Actually, sir.
Please and thank you.
Would you mind leaving the statue with us for a while? What? Leave with you?
Yes.
Yes, until we debunk the curse. But aren't you worried? This curse is starting to look pretty real deal to me. My grandfather once said, curses only blight their believers. Did he now? Yes, he also said, you must never succumb to the marvel of a mystery. You must keep your wits about you. $50 says just some dude fucking with whoever owns the cat. Probably, yes. Despite my age, he imparted his philosophy of mystery solving to me before his death. And I hold the truths he shared with me in the highest regard. As Katana Masawa's grandchild, I cannot back down to these strange events and turn away from a genuine mystery. I refuse to believe this curse, therefore I will have no effect on my pursuit of the truth. But still, not only that, it's a mystery that needs solving by an Amasawa. Oh, Amasawa-san. When I heard that meow 7 years ago, I ran from the truth, and the result was absolutely horrible. I'll never make the same mistake again. Okay, if that's the case, I'll leave this with you. Please find a way to break the curse before something bad happens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Excuse me.
By the way, I heard that you brought the statue from a friend who runs a second-hand shop. Which one would that be? Ebisu Pawn in a gin show. Ebisu Pawn, got it. I'll go speak with him now, thanks again. Amasawa's really into this case. Guess I shouldn't be surprised considering, well, I should step up my advising efforts for her on this one. Ebisu Pawn, of course. It couldn't be another one. Has to be the one that we helped in the Yakuza 7. Now that I know there's a squirrel in here. No! Oh, it's right there.
Hey, what could this mean? Here we go.
This is a source of signal. Camo paint brown. Well, that's the least good squirrel we found yet.
いらっしゃいませ。
I'm
Arigatou
full. I'm sorry. Iron Core, what's up, buddy? Abisu Pawn is down here. No, that's Ben 10 Pawn. Damn it. Abisu Pawn, Abisu Pawn, Abisu Pawn is right. Abisu Pawn is right. Abisu Pawn's right. Abisu Pawn's right. Right here. Abisu Pawn. First try. Come, my young ward. We solve the mystery now. How you doing, Iron? I can't ride my cool-ass skateboard while this girl's with me? Come on. But I am allowed to beat up thugs? That's weird.
Wait for me, please.
Hold on, I gotta get into a fist fight. Look away, child! Look away! Good, hit me. Ooh. You're doing shrug? Uh-oh. Oh, we could finally beat up Abe Clancy live on stream? Here it is. It's finally happening. We've gotten this request so often. There he is. He's dead now. I'm sorry.
Really, guys?
We murdered Abe Clancy in a dirty puddle on the sidewalk.
Oh, we're off then? I can't. Keep going.
He does love hitting people with the inside of his ankle. Come on, kids. I'm not patient enough to walk. No. Well, that's fair. He doesn't actually have a face, so we can't blame him for that. Why is there no Barbecue Pit Boys channel point redemption? No one sent me a private message on Discord reminding me to make one. If you don't do that, I can't remember things.
Excuse me.
See, Abe Clancy used to be a successful, even a relatively well-known skateboarding champ. But during a sketching incident gone wrong, he actually lost his entire face. Which is why he doesn't do face cam. Oh, is this a bad time? I'm from the Yagami Detective Agency, Takayuki Yagami. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh,
Oh, detective?
It's a pleasure.
I'm his assistant, Kyoko Amasawa. You're his assistant? High schooler? Is that a problem?
yeah.
No, not particularly. What does he want to ask? We're looking into this lucky cat statue from Mikio Shimada-san. He says he knows you. Ah, this is for Shimada-san. Would you mind if I ask, how did you first come to acquire the statue? This pawnbroker friend of mine closed up his shop, so I bought his remaining inventory. He couldn't vouch for the statue's authenticity, though. Well, we know it's the real thing now, but maybe we oughtn't fill him in on that. Might make a mess of things. You don't happen to know who sold the cat to your friend originally, do you? Nah, sorry. Thank you, Tase. He told me it's been passed around a bunch before it ended up in his shop, but he didn't know any specifics. Probably why he couldn't authenticate the thing. Exactly, Ironcore, exactly. I see. Thanks anyway. Oh, one last question, and this might sound odd, but when you still had the statue in the shop, did anything strange ever happen?
Eh?
Strange? Ah, you mean the cast? Nah, I don't buy into that stuff. Nothing ever happened here to make me change my mind either. Nothing at all, you're sure? Nope. The guy I got the statue from never mentioned any of the sort, although I suppose he might have just not wanted to sound crazy. Oh, I see.
Yagami-san.
Does this mean the so-called curse didn't begin until Shimada-kun's father acquired the statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it anyway. What? Smoke?
Yagami-san.
It's
Are
on
you
fire!
serious?
Oh, really? Ah, get the fire extinguisher! How'd the floor get on fire? Yeah, we got a fire out here right away. We seriously have no idea where it came from, just whoosh out of nowhere. I'm glad that didn't get any worse.
It can't be.
Mikami-san, what do you think started that fire? I have to say, the number of incidents around this cat's getting ridiculous. I don't think it's a coincidence anymore. Hang on, do you smell something gasoline? Yes. That means there's a chance that the fire earlier was actually arson.
Yes.
Agreed. Mikami-san, what do you say we search the scene really quick before the police get here? Yeah, let's check and observe for any traces in the area. Keep sharp for anything like gasoline trails or containers.
Suspicious.
Investigation mode. Actually, Mighty Odin, he's not unfairly good. He's as good as you could be if you also practice those games as much as he does. He does practice off stream, which is smart. I don't do that. You get the raw deal from me. I refuse to practice. Something was dripping here.
If I were to guess,
I'd wager it's gasoline based on the color and smell. Yeah, it goes all the way to the alley. Let's see if we can track it. To the alleyway. Come, my young ward. Did I go the right way or the wrong way? I may have gone the wrong direction for alleyway. Excuse us. It is a let's take a journey together stream.
Yagami-san.
Alright, maybe it was the other direction. Like, not even a joke. Like, that's what I generally want this to be. Is I typically don't do anything beforehand. It's like, I want to experience everything at the same time you do. That's how I have my fun. Oh. A plastic bottle? Ah, more gasoline.
Which means
Does this mean the fire at the pawn shop was actually arson? But who's the culprit, and why? No idea, but let's fill in the police and the guy at the shop on what we found first. Because they can look for fingerprints that we can't do.
Excuse me.
Mikami-san, how should we proceed with the investigation from here? Well, now that we know the fire at the pawn shop was intentionally set, what I'd love to do is pin down our little firebug.
What?
You can't use the dog to find fingerprints? Unfortunately, the dog has not gotten that far in his police training yet. He's not able to do fingerprinting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about them, but they're obviously after the statue. Maybe we can just lure them out somehow. A solid enough idea. Where should we start? I suppose just meandering around town ought to do it. Considering how quickly the pawn shop was hit, I can't imagine it taking too long. A suplex, exactly. I see some genuine hard-boiled legwork, eh? A lot riskier than my usual investigations.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be more dangerous than I like. That's why you ought to head back to... I think not. Please allow me to continue on the case.
Nah.
Amasawa, this
Please
is...
and thank you.
I need to solve this myself, Yagami-san, please.
Gotcha.
Alright, but you really have to be careful. Keep your distance when we're in public, got it? I'm basically a walking tragedy magnet carrying this thing around.
Yes.
Yes, I promise I'll be safe. So, where should we head first? Preferably somewhere that makes it easy to watch our backs while we kill time. How about we play darts?
What?
You want to play darts? Why? Only one person has to take their eye off the surroundings at a time, and if someone does come after us, you can always counter with some darts to the face.
Nah.
Okay, I give you points for the plan overall, but darts to the face? Make no mistake, I'm actually quite good at the game. My aim's solid enough to be able to hit a human head.
Nope.
So I think it'd be best if I handle any incoming threats, and you just don't say that kind of thing to someone, maybe. Right, after you. Well, we're not out here to play games, but this case has been a pretty big weight on Amasawa. Maybe do some good to blow off some steam. Amasawa would, in fact, not try very hard to be safe. Ah, darts. Let's play for a bit. Keep your eyes peeled for any suspicious individuals along the way, especially if they're approaching you. I'll be careful. At least it's a small place. We'll definitely see anyone coming for us here. Alright, confirm/throw. Cursors. Count up? Cricket? Let's do normal. We'll do 501.
Let's do this, Yagami-san.
Let's go.
Trying to remember how this one works. Holy shit, that's sensitive.
Yep.
Ah.
Nice.
Ah. Go.
Look at that.
Can't win them all. Alright, 120.
Oi.
This minigame was how I found out my controller stick was bad, really? Alright, she has 397 left. I got 381. You can't see my score, it's behind my face. And that's okay. It's not that important.
Yep.
It had no middle zone?
Nice.
He split his arrow in twain! Come on, you got me. What are you, suddenly breathing heavy? What's going on here?
Yep.
Yeah! Mud! How's it going, buddy? 231 now. It's an arcade we're in, Cranemore, an arcade. You can clearly see the crane game. Oh my god, look at that fucking little bird with a hat.
No way.
I need that bird with a hat.
My turn then.
Doodle-doo. In Persona 5, on the other hand, we did take a teacher on a date to play darts. As a high school student. Stop wiggling! I almost wish I had motion controls right now. That Java Sparrow in a hat, yeah! How you doing, bud? $217. At this point, might as well just give in. Alright, keep my eye open for someone approaching. I think that's why this camera angle's here. Rather than watching her play, we're watching her back.
No way.
When are they gonna attack?
Well. Okay.
Alright, baby. 205, let's start whittling this stone.
Nice.
A bull? A single 8?
Yep.
97 points. I should end this the next round, I think. What's going on, bud?
Oi.
Oi.
No way.
Hey, Masao, are you sure you could hit a grown man in the head with a dart?
Huh?
Alright, 97 points.
My turn then.
My turn then. Round 5.
Nice.
Maxing out on some Taco Bell, nice. She's hitting the board, so she probably can. That's a good point. Raise a good point. Oh, right! Busting is a thing. That particular kind of busting doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind.
Oi.
Zamasawa signed to you, thank you very much. What are you eating from Taco Bell, Mud? What did you get? Describe your Taco Bell order to me.
Okay.
Alright, we should go for a double bullseye, a normal non-double bullseye, and then wrap up the last few points. Or go for 16 points, that works too. 3 soft shell supreme tacos. Not a bad order. Oh my god, you got me. You have let me down so hard.
Yep.
Alright, just 16 points. Financially tapped out after that? Gotcha. I like the grilled cheese burrito myself. The wings there were good while they were there, but they were... The price per wing was not right.
Impressive.
You go to Taco Bell for cheap food, not for 5 wings for like almost $7.
My turn then.
Alright, 16 points. That's all we need. You got me. No, I was so casual about it. I figured we were good. You dummy. Club Sega. So many of the Club Segas and other arcades have closed over the past year and a half, 2 years, due to the COVIDs.
Okay.
It's a real bummer. You got me! Stop busting all over the place. I'm just giving Amasawa a chance to win. It's my job as her advisor to give her a shot.
Not doing so hot.
Perhaps some practice is in order.
She did it!
You got
Yay!
me.
I'm a good guy. I let her win. I lost! Don't give up your day job, Yakabi-san. Gotta see someone's pleased at how that went.
Amasawa.
See anyone suspicious yet? I kinda got too into the game and forgot to look around. Oh, come on, you seriously weren't looking? Guess I sorta got in the zone there too, though. Looks like dots didn't make for the best cover activity. We should shift gears. What would work better for us? Good idea. Where can we watch out for potential assailants? How about the batting center?
If I were
Why
to
there?
guess,
Be able to see anyone approaching us. In fact, this could even be better than dots. If one person does all the batting, the other can observe their surroundings without losing concentration on the game. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And even better, bat makes for a much more effective defensive weapon than dots.
I see.
I see. Well, I'll handle the defensive part for us, but let's get over there before something bad happens to us here. To the batting cage. This side quest is turned into, here's the fun stuff you could do. Batting center's over here. I remember that.
Being for your exams?
that is something I try not to think about too much. Obsessing over rote
Follow
memorization
me?
would affect my reasoning skills.
Well, I reason that you shouldn't let your club activities get in the way of your studies.
I admit that's also
The side quest is
something
going
I
on
try
way
not to
longer than I
think about.
anticipated.
That doesn't sound like the Amasawa I know. Gotta face the facts sometime.
Oh, stop it!
Oh,
After this
brother.
particular side quest, we'll probably corrupt the wheel, spin the wheel, and after that, we'll play some of that death loop game.
Okay, keep going!
Ignore the plaintive cries of the character who says she can't run this fast. And of course, redeem a gacha and a Japanese TV time. Mikami, you're a Yakuza-raised private investigator. Grades ain't shit. You never even graduated from high school. You're not even being rendered right now. If step 3 of the quest is buying some food at a concession stand is officially a date. Do you have a guidebook on how dates are supposed to work? Anything could be a date.
いらっしゃいませ。
You sell garlic? You don't sell garlic. That's expensive.
ありがとうございました。
Use the rubber banding they taught you in NPC class. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba ba.
Wait for me, please!
Come on, guys. Just obliterate that man. You dare. Got some air off him. I didn't think it would get so much height.
Really, guys?
Coming with you!
Food! I had my breakfast a little earlier today than normal, and now I'm already hungry at 9. Jesus.
いらっしゃいませ。
Ooh, Le Nouveau Hama. Tuarnedos Rossini. That looks like a steak with, like... Is that foie gras on top? Grilled lobster, roasted duck, oh yeah. Homemade baguette, lamb chops with basil sauce. Oh my god. Those lamb chops are so rare. Dessert du jour. Seafood tartare. Shrimp and urchin appetizer with caviar. Eh. It's a date! Hey, I'm the only one eating here. White wine? Oh, wait. We want to try and eat in such a way that we... Really, the bread would fill me up immediately. Every one of these things fills me up instantly. Alright, grab a thing of white wine, and then go for the Rossini, then get the white wine.
Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
That was a very unethical meal, thank you. Just fill up on bread. I'm shocked that the bread would, like, get me that high. My meter. Is foie gras on top of filet mignon on a crouton. Jeepers. Try not to think about the poor goose. Nice, made it safely. Tanked with your protege, shaking my head. Yeah, I may have gotten loaded in that little meal station.
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right?
Is crouton just toast? I guess, when you get right down to it. Now, Mighty Odin, you need to exclamation mark quote, space, add, space. I'm shocked the bread would get me that high.
Yes.
There you go. Love building walls. I wonder what that was from. What demo? Right, acting natural. Alright, Slugger, show me what you got. You're not gonna bat at Masawa? Let's just say I'm more literally inclined than athletically inclined. Pretty sure even a bookworm can swing a bat. Still, a bit too hard-boiled of a detective work for my taste. Alright, just keep it out while I swing a few. Can't have anyone sneaking up on us. Right, leave it to me. They're just forcing me to do all these fun side things. Swing bat. Oh, I'm so bad at the baseball, though. Local legends. In the original game, off-stream, I had to play baseball for hours to finish that experience. Not too bad. Yeah! Nice. Nice. It's a sinker. Way too early.
Yeah.
Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, 3 base is still good. Yep. Do. Listen, as long as I hit the ball, I feel good, alright? Wait, am I supposed to get 10 home runs to win? Anything? Oh, are you having an off day? I guess so. Kinda weird. Usually get a few more hits in than that. Well, it happens to us all, I suppose. Great, the bookworm has made me feel better here. Sure worked up a sweat in there. Have some water. Oh, thank you.
Hey.
So any luck on your end? Spot anyone? Yeah, about that, I've seen a few somewhat suspicious people, but no one who seems to be paying us any attention. I see. Why don't we take a short break for now? Let's go bowling. Bowling. Bowling.
Hey.
Hey, Masawa. Can I ask you something? What is it? Is your grandfather the reason you started the Mystery Research Club?
Yes.
In fact, he's the reason I grew so obsessed with mysteries in general. He's been a very big influence in my life. So do you see yourself becoming a mystery author in the future? I certainly hope so. No, more than that. I believe it's something I must do. Really?
Yes.
Truth be told, my dream is to complete his unfinished masterpiece.
Oh.
Oh, do you have an unfinished manuscript of his?
Well,
Hey, Masao, why is he called Silent Bob anyway? When he passed away, he was in the midst of completing the final entry of his most popular series. He got roughly halfway through the draft, but he didn't write anything about the most crucial part, the dual reveal of the culprit and the
that
method.
being said,
He didn't leave any notes behind that even hint towards what they could be, so no one knows how he meant to finish the book. Sounds like you got some real work on your hands. Indeed. Although I recently realized something that could be the potential answer to my mystery.
Oh.
Damn, you really are good. I'll have to send you a copy someday for that one. Let me know if you figure it out before you get to the end. Excuse me. Huh? Brandon Sanderson finished that series up. What you doing?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? You got me, son. Please keep eye contact and pretend we're just chatting.
well,
Why? There's a man across the street who keeps looking at us. There is. Now that I think of it, he was at the arcade too. He followed us here.
yes.
Seems so. He wasn't acting suspicious there at first. But later, when I took off with the statue and hid from his sight, he was looking around in a panic, like he'd lost sight of something. So you think he's been after us this whole time? Yes, I'd presume so.
Excuse me.
You got me, son. How about we take a bit of a calculated risk? What did you want to calculate?
Yes.
If I stay here and distract him, would you be willing to slip out and loop back around him? That way you can catch him before he has a chance to escape.
I see.
Okay, I see, yeah. That's a solid plan. I'll get over to him real quick. Gotta find that back door first. What do we got here? What do we got here? What do we got here? We gotta go! He'll definitely see me coming from here. How can I sneak up on him without getting caught? Oh god, I'm still wasted.
Oh.
That jacket. He recognized me. Guess he did see me with Amasawa a few different places. How can I sneak him without getting caught? It's gonna be extra tough since he knows what I look like right now. There we go. Alright, this outfit should do it. I'll move slowly enough not to call attention. Why did you have this with you?
Hey.
Huh? Who are you?
Oh.
Wait! You're with that girl! And you're the firebug at the pawn shop, right? Huh!
Yagami-san!
Amasawa, keep away. Ah, the cat! The lucky cat! Oh, do you want this? You want it because it's evidence, right? Because of what's still on it. Ah! You saw it! You saw it! So what, pray tell? Is there something on this cat that could put you away for good, perhaps? What? Excellent bluff, Amasawa. You led him right to where you wanted him. Yeah, I know every day I stream, you guys are like, who is this guy? But then you get a good look, and you're like, oh, it's him. Like, I know, today I'm actually wearing the color green. It's dark green, so it looks black. But like, that must have really thrown you off. Used to think you Take the Blacks had like 17 different streamers.
Hey.
And now we have the final confirmation. So what is it on this cat that get you so much trouble? You tried to burn down a pawn shop over this thing. What's on the cat that you need so badly? Oh, who knows? Answer us, Amasawa. Sorry, answer us. What do you know about Katana Amasawa's death? Hey, I said stay back.
Huh?
Ah! Hand it over! What? How dare you?
Amasawa.
Jeez, Amasawa, I thought you said you weren't suited for the hard-boiled work. I suppose I was a bit rambunctious when I was little. Still, have what it takes to raise a bit of hell when needed. Yo, you fuckers! I'm just gonna kill you both for tea and then to take the thing! Okay, Amasawa, it's my job from here on. Stay back, seriously. I get to disarm him! Come on, get up, loser. That was a very fast murder of a man. Poor guy.
Hey. Nah.
Ah, great, he's out cold. Let's tie him up just in case. That ought to do it. Oh, I got all gross.
Yagami-san,
Considering how this man reacted to
if
the
I
cat,
were to
I
guess...
believe there's at least one secret to it that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, one that neither your family or the police knew for at the time
Yes.
either. And if that's the case, it's not going to be easy to discover. But I can't say there's absolutely nothing to it. After all, it was one of my grandfather's most cherished, rare possessions.
Yagami-san,
That man no longer has a jaw. It's gonna be hard for him to answer our questions. Why don't we give it another thorough look over? Yeah, good idea.
Hey.
There's a slight gap around the neckline. Really, a gap? I thought it was one big molded piece. Look, right here. More apparent now that there's mud on it. Must have been from when it got dropped earlier. How odd. Why could it be there?
Suspicious. What the?
Eyeball jiggles a little, actually. Oh, I can push it in. That was a weird noise. Oh, you're right. Interesting that the eyes are actually separate parts. But why make something so elaborate? I'm not sure. Push the eye. Spin the head. A jiggly eye and a gap around the neck. I wonder if they have any function.
which means...
You know, if the eyes and the neck are... Could it be? An eye for the truth will eventually find the way. Hold on to that keen eye and take a good look around you.
What was that?
What? Sorry, I was just remembering my grandfather saying this once, while holding the cat. He said it with pride. It always stuck out as something odd to me.
If I were to guess...
Maybe he was giving me a hint all the way back then. A hint how the cat
Yes.
works? Sometimes he'd give me clues to see if I could pick up on mysteries. As sort of a game.
I see.
I see, but what do you think he meant by it? Perhaps we're supposed to hold on to the eye and make the head go round. Look around. Yeah, we should hold the loose eye in place and spin the
In
head.
other words,
Oh, I see. You hold on to the keen eye and make the head take a good look
Yes.
around. Right, leave it to the wordsmith, huh? Let's say we give it a try. Ah! Oh, it turned. The arm. You got me some look. Whoa, it just...
It can't be.
It meowed. So it's a trick statue. I bet this is what your grandfather was hinting at. Yes, of course, but no one in my family had any idea it could do that. It appears, yes, it has a secret compartment. Looks empty, though. A smudge. No, a fingerprint and a dark red stain all dried up. Is it... Yeah, no mistaking it this time. That's blood. Oh, so screwed.
no way.
Let me take a guess. That fingerprint's yours. And this blood belongs to Kitan Amasawa, doesn't it?
Hey!
Answer me! What do you know about this? Kitana Masawa, my grandfather, did you have something to do with his death? Your grand, oh I see. You're that man's granddaughter, huh? Do you think his granddaughter would be the one who caught me? 7 whole years later. Please answer me. I guess there's no getting away with this now. And I'm just so tired. Fine, I'll tell you. It all started with a blowjob gone wrong. Alright, let's hear the truth about what happened to Kita and Amasawa. Finally, Amasawa and the rest of her family can get some closure. It happened 7 years ago, like you know. I was up past my eyeballs in debt, needed a lot of money, needed it by sunrise. That's why I spotted the biggest mansion in the whole neighborhood. Heard some kooky famous author lived there.
It can't be.
So you snuck into the house that night? Yep. Place was huge. All the lights were off. Figured I wasn't getting caught.
That being said,
But Rampo was in the yard, our dog. I'm sure he would have barked at you. He was too busy chowing down on the rice ball I tossed him. Oh, Rampo. Sometimes you're too sweet.
Hey,
What'd you do next? Went looking for a study. As fast as I could. Assumed all the real goods would be stashed away in there on display. It was late enough that I figured everyone would be asleep. But when I found the study and peeked inside, saw the old man just barely lit up with a candle. He fiddled around with the cat's head, opened the thing up, took something out. What was it? I couldn't believe it. Inside the cat, the old man had a bar of gold. Bar of gold? The way it was grinning at it, I knew it was real. Had to be worth millions. I jumped at him without even thinking. We tussled for a bit, so I grabbed the cat and I whacked him in the head with it. You? Oh, could you? And then you took the gold and ran off. Yep. That was gonna be made for life, damn it. And in the end, the goddamn loan shark just swiped it from me and pretended it never happened. But how'd you get out? The study was locked when the police arrived. Oh, that. I patted after accidentally offing the guy. This went from a simple robbery to a potential homicide fast. Like this, whack! Made myself focus and I came with an idea. I'd use the cat's arm gimmick to make the whole thing look like an accident.
huh?
What do you mean? You'll see. Should happen any time now.
Huh?
Whoa! It closed. Real smart, that old man. It's built so it closes back up automatically. The arm sprang up with a surprising force. Yep, that's what I used. Oh, I see. You rigged it to the window, didn't you? Yep. Sounds like the apple didn't fall from the tree.
Amasawa.
I have a head injury. Mind explaining,
if
Amasawa?
I were to guess,
What I imagine happened was he stacked up some books by the window and put the statue on top with his arm lowered, mind you. I also assume he arranged the books rather unstably so it would collapse. By placing the cat in the right spot, its paw would shoot upwards and engage the window lock, effectively sealing the room. He must have slipped out the window after quickly arranging the scene, then waited, hoping to see the gimmick play out as he had planned before he could be caught. When the time arrived, the paw shot up, whacking the window lock closed. Enough force to knock over both the cat and the stack of books. This was the window right in front of the spot where my grandfather lay. The scene must have ended up looking like my grandfather had fallen and hit his head on the statue.
I see.
I get it now.
which means
That gold bar must have been my grandfather's secret savings. It explains why he never told any of us about how the cat worked. It explains why he tried to scare me away from the room if I ever heard it meow. Can't blame your family for never finding out. Doubt anyone would check for secret treasure before getting rid of what they thought was a regular creepy statue. The curse of the lucky cat statue, all due to a secret my grandfather took to the grave. Finally, I know the truth. Heh! Just like a mystery writer would hope. I would have been really screwed if you were this smart as a kid.
If I have this right,
So you wanted to get the statue back so you could clean out the compartment? Yeah, that's right. I didn't know for sure if there was a fingerprint in it, though. Really? You mean you did all this just to be cautious? Yep. I was wearing gloves that night, so I wasn't thinking about fingerprints, but once I got away from the scene, I saw I had a tear in my glove. My finger was covered in blood.
in other words,
So you're worried that you left some kind of trace at the scene. Later, I read the police ruled his death an accident, so I knew they didn't find any prints. That secret compartment, that could have been a game changer. That's when there was a solid chance I'll have a trace of it being in there. All it'd take was for one person to figure out the statue's secret, and I'd be screwed. That's why I tried so hard to get the cat. But it fell off the map pretty quick. For 7 whole years, that damn cat's been the one thing on my mind. All of a sudden, about a month ago, I see the fucking thing on TV, the cat. I see it in my nightmares all the time. All right. We did hear about getting appraised on TV at some point. Let me tell you, I was shitting myself watching that fancy pants appraiser, looking it over with this little magnifying glass thing. We popped that compartment open on TV, oh. So you saw the current over the statue on an appraisal show, and that's when you tried to get it back from him. Right. Hold on, does that mean you're the one causing all the trouble for Shimada and for sure the Shimada family? Yeah, probably, yeah. First I tried sneaking in the place to get it back, but the guy woke up on me. When I told him to give back the cat, he thought I was a ghost and straight up passed out. Well, he did say he started suffering a mysterious illness after that night. A high fever to be specific. Fever? That's no mystery. I had a cold that night, must have given it to him. Well, I suppose that explains that part. But you're not just responsible for getting the guy sick, you tried to burn their house down too, didn't you?
If I were to guess...
Oh, since the intimidation failed, you thought you could just resort to torching the evidence. Civilians be damned. Are you the one who tried to run over Shimada-san too? And the one who caused the accident outside the cafe the other day? You really are good, kid. I figured if the owner died, this family would just get as creeped out as the last one. Get rid of the thing, you know?
Nah.
What a scumbag. Then, what about Shimada-kun's grades dropping? Huh? What about what? What? Well, I guess he doesn't have anything to do with that one. Fame makes mountains out of molehills. Because they were so convinced misfortune would befall them, even the most harmless things were perceived as part of the curse. Take them away, boys! Still can't believe the statue had a secret compartment the whole time, let alone a gold bar at one point. At least I could finally chalk a non-supernatural cause up to the meowing I heard that night. Yeah, good point. If you think about it, the curse attached to the statue was just another layer of security for my grandfather. Not only does it have a secret compartment with a gimmick to opening it, but even as an ominous story surrounding it, designed to drive people away. Perhaps this amused my grandfather enough to make one of his cherished possessions. I can see
Amasawa.
that. Hey, Raid Amasawa. I'm glad you were able to get to the bottom of what really happened with your grandfather.
Yes.
I agree, truly. Can't tell you the weight that's been lifted off my shoulders. And it's all thanks to you, Yagami-san. Oh, I don't know. You were really sharp on this case, too.
Huh?
What, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who figured out the trick to opening the cat. Not only that, you solved the locked room murder right after learning who did it. That's true, but still. You know what, Amasawa? I sort of feel like your grandfather was hoping you'd solve the mystery all along. So, about that gold bar. Apparently, the loan shark just beat him up and took the bar. Be hard to track that one down. Think about it. Why else would he ask you a riddle about the statue while holding it, if he wanted to keep it a secret to everyone? Even what was in it? If I'd solved the mystery, I'd find out what's inside. Well, maybe it was meant to be a gift for future you, or like a prize awarded to full-grown Detective Kyoko Amasawa. I see. So when I don't fall victim to lies and push past the fear, I can find a glimpse of the truth. That definitely sounds like my grandfather. The gold might be gone, but you still grew to become a fine detective and solved a genuine mystery, just like your grandfather predicted. Is there like some kind of insurance money? You have to be able to prove without a shadow of a doubt that the stupid cat had a gold bar and was lost in a murder. That's a lot of work. I'm sure he's proud of you wherever he is. I sure hope so. Do-do-do. Well, Grandpa, are you? That was an ominous sound for mission complete. God. You have the murder and the murder weapon, but Like, as far as was there gold in there, the only thing we have is the word of a thief who had it stolen from him, so we never had it appraised as real. I feel like, given how shitty insurance companies are, it'd be tough to get that one to play out. Alright. As I promised, we will now corrupt the wheel, spin the wheel, and suffer. 47. I might just save up for the 80,000, honestly. We're almost there. And then from the rest of the game on, we're getting 300% experience points. You can identify the loan shark? Maybe, if he's still in touch with him. But again, like, the gold's not gonna still be with the loan shark 7 years later. And you're gonna be like, yes, Mr. Criminal, 2 degrees separated at this point. Would you please confirm that the gold was real so that we could pay this family a bunch of money that we don't want to pay them? Like, they go through a lot of effort to make sure they don't have to pay you when your fucking house burns down for legitimate reasons.